Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, and today we're having sweet tea by the water. Yes, sweet tea by the water. I don't know what I'm going to call this series, but it's Brad in retirement, and everybody is going crazy about the market. I sold my growth section the other day when it crossed the 200 SMA. That's what I did. It now looks like that was a good move, but I knew it was a good move. But I didn't know why I was told it was the wrong move. I don't know why I was told I should be buying, not selling. It looks like a good time to buy. Well, now I'm sitting there going, I think I might know something that you don't. Because the back testing says you sell. It doesn't say you buy. Then the conversation turned to, well, it should be when it closes and this and that. You gotta use a little common sense. And it appears that common sense in the world has disappeared. So I don't get it. Now, my 8%, doing just fine. I'm down by the bay, drinking my sweet tea. Ocean's right over there. Seagulls flying around. I'm enjoying life. While you probably have a JOB. For those new to income investing is income investing. And my methodology is growth investing. You don't cross the two. I think I threw out that SPY has to get down to $34, $33 and some change. Let's just call it 34. I think I have a long ways to go before it hits $34. And then somebody will say, well, it won't come back. So what? It'll take years to come back. Don't care. I'm in retirement. I'm not trying to grow my account. You're trying to grow your account. You should be in growth funds. You should have a plan. You should be following the 200-day SMA. All I'm going to do is go, I don't get you. I don't get you like you don't get me. We're going to just agree that I don't get you. Now, I just go ahead and take my 8% and reinvest the rest. People are like, what are you buying today? I'm not buying anything today. I don't have any money. Did anything pay me today? Now, I do have money. I have cash. Cash sitting on the side. I have about 11 months right now. Just sitting there, just saying, use me. And I say, no, I'm not using you. I am not using my cash to invest when the market is down, because you don't know how far this market might go down. I thought it was 5,300 was the bottom. Now it's at 51 something. Who knows? It might be 48. Who knows? It might be 3,000. How about that one? That'll be a little bit scary for you. Not for me. I'm an income investor, taking my 8%. I have my growth sitting in cash. SGov, I do believe. Yes, it is SGov. Just sitting there, collecting a little bit of money, just a little bit. But who cares? I don't care. It'll just sit there. And when the market goes the right direction, I'll get back in. Now, why everybody's out crying, I don't know. Maybe they took too much risk. Maybe they did. Maybe they put too much risk out there. Single stocks, risky. I don't get it. Synthetics, risky. Don't get it. Hey, that's you. This is me. Told you not to do it, but hey, you did it. Too bad. Too bad for you. I'm doing just fine. Now, growth investors, they should be looking at the 200 SMA. They should be already sitting in cash. If they followed me, and I really don't care if you follow me or not, because I'm not financial advice. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. You can do whatever you want to do. I put 200 SMA, I put it in cash. It went back up. It closed above the 200 SMA. I sat there and said, left, right, did the market change? My answer was, no, it did not. The tariffs are still in play. Then Brad's not going to get back into growth investing. Brad waited, and look at me. I avoided this whole entire downturn with my growth section. Now, I will tell you, when I will get back in. 200 SMA, it gets above, I'll look left, I'll look right. Has the market conditions changed? If the answer is yes, I will reinvest my growth section back into the market. I'm going to go 60% into SCHD. I'm going to do 20% into SPY and 20% into QQQ. I am then going to sell options on my SPY and QQQ just to get a little more percentage. But in between time, I'm just sitting in SGov collecting a few pennies here and there as it goes up. Not much. Just sitting there, just going. I'm avoiding this whole entire downturn. In retirement, cash is king. I don't care what anybody says. And you just got to sit back and realize what your goals are. The other one I want to say is look, if you take a 2 weeks vacation, you have everything planned out. You write down when's your airplane tickets. You're going to do rental car, hotel. You spent hours searching on your hotel. You've gotten the best deals. You figured out what restaurants you want to eat at. You've done all this research, but you've done less research for your retirement. 30 years of retirement. I plan on being retired 30 years. I'm 57, going to be 58 in November. I got tons of time. I got tons of time of my life in front of me. I still have at least 1/3 of my life sitting in front of me. I've planned this out. I'm going to make a course for everybody so they can get this through their skulls. I mean, I literally showed a chart, and I've been showing that chart for, way back in the day. It said, look, if you got a 14% payer or a 12% payer, it can go down 30% and you still get your 8%. It hasn't gone down 30%. It's only gone down like 10% and people are freaking out, worried about the retirement, trying to buy the dip. I'm just sitting back, drinking my sweet tea, enjoying the sun. It's a little cloudy, but it got some sun the last couple of days because it has been sunny. And I'm just sitting back going, don't stress. I mean, it's killing me. Literally the comments of stress and nav erosion. I mean, I just sit back and go, if you have to use the word nav erosion, you must be new to investing. You really, seriously, I am now to the point that I laugh at every single person that uses the word nav erosion. So if you use it in the comments, thanks for the laugh, because it's just like, you don't get it. And you never will. Your psychology will never get there. I'm trying to help out. You don't have to believe me or not. But somehow, I'm 57 and I'm retired. And you're still working. And I'm sitting here going, I did my time. I grinded out the corporate life. I flew everywhere. I mean, I did my time. I could have done another 8 years in prison. Sorry, it wasn't prison. If my bosses are watching, it wasn't prison-ish. Right? I've done my time. Now I'm sitting back collecting my rewards. Right? I'm sitting back collecting the rewards of doing my time, saving, coming up with a plan, and getting out. I mean, I started coming up with this whole plan thing during COVID and bought Bitcoin at $3,000. Right? BTCI is up today. What was up in your account? BTCI was up in my account. So there you have it. Small portion to BTCI. If everything goes as planned, I'll be able to live off my BTCI in 10 years by itself. Everything else is just candy, right? Bonbons. Oh, Spy Eye is a bonbon compared to what I get off my BTCI. I don't get it. Never will. I've given up on trying to tell people, take your 8% and be happy. There's tons of investments out there. Energy. I just got into that as master limited partnerships. I liked how they were formed. I liked that there was multiples and not just a single. I've had a single before. Having singles of anything is risky. Bitcoin, because it's single, is risky. Just because it's a single commodity or a single stock, there's risk associated with just being a single. Just what it is. I mean, when you're in a group, safety in groups, travel in threes. I mean, when I used to go downtown in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and we used to have other names for it, we used to go down in a firing squad. That's right. In the military, you went down into downtown Fayetteville. Not going to tell you why we were going downtown, but we were going downtown for trouble. And you went down with your squad. If you were down there by yourself, you deserve what you got. So income investing, hey, collect your 8%, reinvest the rest. People keep on asking me, are you buying? Louis, somebody emailed me today, are you buying? No, I'm not buying. Should I buy more? No. How much do you have in income? I have 100. He told me he had 170% of his current needs. Then sit in cash with everything else. Wait. You don't need it. You don't need it. Why are you going to invest your cash in a downwards moving market? You have 170%. And he's got SPY eye. Take your 8%, reinvest the rest. SPY T for me has to go to $8. Do you realize that? $8. But Brad, aren't you worried about your NAV? Thanks for the joke. No, I'm not. It will come back over time. Yes, it may take 20 years of my 30 plus year retirement, but so what? I'll take my 8%. I'll reinvest the rest. My cost basis will go down slowly over time. And guess what? When I'm reinvesting down at the lower prices, that was my cost basis. I could take my 8% off of that and reinvest the rest. Growth investing, and there's two thoughts here. You should have everything in income and then everything in growth. One of the two. It seems that that's like two schools of thought. You got to have one or the other. And I'm preaching. I feel like I'm preaching at times. You can have both. You can have at least 130% in income, which means, hey, in a 10% down market, you're still at 120% of your current needs. And you have your growth section. Pretty simple. And follow the 200-day SMA for your growth. You're in retirement. Maintain that capital. Because I literally can invest all that back into income and be just fine. Trust me, it's enough money that I don't have to worry about it. But that is that side of the fence. That is growth investing. And what I'm trying to get across is income is income. Keep the two separate. Don't panic. Take your whatever percentage. If you're trying to live off of 6, take your 6 and reinvest the rest. Stop worrying about your NAV. Those are the people that are just going to get themselves in trouble. If you're worrying about your NAV, either you're having leverage in your account, which I just shake my head, but you can. Everybody's an individual, right? You're worried about something, and I don't get what you're worried about. Take your percentage that you need. Now, if you're trying to take 10, 12, you're not going to do so well. You're just not. You're just not going to do that well. So the whole moral of the story, the whole story is, take your 8, reinvest the rest. 130% of your current needs. Take your growth side, follow the 200-day SMA. End of story. I think that should be the end of the conversation. But obviously, by all the comments and all the people complaining about me, it's not the end of the conversation. Because they're trying to get you rich now. If somebody is telling you get rich quick, sorry, that is just a joke. That's just a joke. If they're promising you to get rich quick or get rich now, we want to be rich now, not in retirement. Joke. Come on. If you haven't heard that before, it's a joke. It just is. I mean, come on. That is the craziest thing ever. If you're thinking you're so great, what do you think these hedge fund managers, they got their pulse. You're not going to do better than the hedge fund managers. You're just not. It's literally a joke listening to some of these guys. Take your 8%, reinvest the rest, and you'll be just fine. For me, SPY I, $33 and some change. Got a long ways to go. SPY T, $8. $8. And I can wait for it to come back. And somebody they made a comment. Oh, you're going to be waiting for years. Okay, so what? I'm enjoying the beach. And you got a job. That's the whole conversation. Don't worry about it. Don't get into the crazies. No reason to be crazy. No reason to be worried about income and growth investing. Clearly, I'm not too worried. I mean, I'm down by the beach, enjoying the weather. It's a little bit pricier here. You guys pay way too much for gas out here compared to the Midwest. Both coasts pay way too much for gas. That's a different conversation. That's why you should buy energy stocks because East Coasters and West Coasters pay too much for gasoline, right? Or diesel. For me, it's diesel. My truck uses diesel. I use, everything's good though. Everything's good. So hopefully this video finds you well, gets you into that mental thought process that I have to have 130% of my current needs. I reinvest the rest after my 8, and I can handle larger drawdowns. There you have it. Pretty simple. Don't worry about NAV. Don't worry about NAV. If you're worried about NAV, you're a growth investor. And growth investing is growth investing. Now, can you use some of these funds for growth investing? Sure. I wouldn't. But that's just me. Just me. Right? Some of these master limited partnerships I just showed on Friday, they could be used for growth investing. Some business development companies could be used for growth investing. Anything that's beating SPY can be used for growth investing if you are following those markets. So hopefully this reassures you that, hey, things are going to work out. It's not the end of the world. Yes. Am I happy that the current administration just totally tanked? I mean, I literally looked at the chart and goes, man, that looks like COVID. Literally, it looked like COVID going down 30%. All right, we're going to hit bottom sooner or later. We're going to go sideways for multiple months, and then we'll just slowly start to grind back up as everything gets solved out, negotiated out, and the world and the crazies stop being crazy. So If you enjoyed this video, put nav erosion down below so I can have a laugh. And until next time, God bless.